Hello, welcome to daily update video number 80. Bro, I'm such a bum. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, here's the thing. I'm doing all the work that needs to get done, but I'm not doing more, which sucks. Okay, I'm just such a bum, bro. Tomorrow, I didn't even practice piano. Tomorrow she's coming. I have to practice piano literally the second I get home. I mean, I was able to do work. I did all my math work, which granted did take a lot of time. I could have gotten through an entire chapter of chemistry by the time, but after I finished my math homework. So that does play a factor. Number two, I just got caught up in the Minecraft loop, bro. I started playing. I'm like, oh my god, so fun, but whatever, whatever. My uncle and aunt's gift came in the mail. The Lego, so that's awesome. I'm gonna open it, send them a thank you text later tomorrow. Yeah, let's talk about my day, I guess. I woke up, ate breakfast, very chill, went to the bus. I slept the entire way. I was so ready to sleep, bro. I was so relaxed. After that, I kind of got to I just sat down, right? Waited. I had study hall first, which was awesome. I just played Minecraft in study hall, and I played Minecraft in Mr. McCann's TA class and in history. Because honestly, like there wasn't much to do because they were just studying for a test they have tomorrow. Tomorrow I get to scribe. I get to be a scribe for Ohm because he broke his arm. Oh, I can't wait, bro. I'm gonna have a stone cold face. I'm gonna like, like, bro. I'm so locked for that. But yeah, then after that I had physics. History, just watched the documentary. Then I had physics. Physics was low-key chill. Oh, by the way, I know I did do LA. I did my LA work in LA in study hall. I will get to that later, but I did do that. So I wasn't totally bummed. Then I went to physics. I locked out. I was not paying attention at all. I paid attention a bit, but I'm not like paying attention right now. That's a after spring break problem. I am really hoping I can focus though, because okay, it's the weekend, so it's Saturday. So I have 9 days of spring break essentially. And I'm really hoping that I can just get through. Because here's the logic. I am going to be waking up when I want. I am going to have zero luck for the entire time. And except chemistry, but I'm already going to study that. So theoretically, I should be able to do this work. So that's essentially what I'm getting at. But hopefully, bro. Like I just don't know. You know what? I have to. When I decide to play, I have to build that. I just have to say no, turn it off, start working. Even though how hard it might be, the minute I start to become a bum, I'm literally just gonna say no, work. I'm gonna start doing that. But yeah, tomorrow I really do have to because I don't want her to be upset. What am I gonna tell her? I haven't touched the piano since like last class. Ooh, she would literally like throw me out of the house, bro. Literally throw me out of my own house, but whatever. Yeah. So during physics, didn't really pay attention. After physics, I went to math, because I wanted to ask Mr. Jamal about the test. So I was pretty confident that he would give me the 2 points back, because like I didn't cheat. He did not. He said, I don't care about that, because like, bruh, shoot me, bro. But whatever. I mean, I did get 2 points. I think I got 2 points back because he misgraded one of my things. Apparently, using 3/4 instead of 1.5 is stupid. Okay, bro. Okay, but whatever. But yeah, I did talk to him, and I also got one of the questions wrong because I misread it. So I overall I just talked to him like about if I could get 2 points back, and he said he'll think about it because he actually did make a mistake grading my test. So like, oh my god, I would have had a 95. Whatever. Overall, but whatever. So because of the parametrics. So yeah, he's gonna look at it. He's definitely gonna give me points back definitely, but he's gonna make up his mind whether it's like 1.5 or 1. Because here's the thing, I explained my logic right. I got the right answer. The only issue was that I used the diameter instead of the radius. That's the only issue. And I still get the same answer because it's a multiple of 2. It's the only issue. So if I get 2 points back, that means that I get a 3 out of 4, which makes sense, right? I mean, it's like you did every step right except the final. Like, come on, like, right? So I'm hoping that he gives that. I'm really hoping he gives that, because like I really hope. If I do that, my grade will go up to a 90, and then I will have and then when the parametrics quiz comes in, which I'm questioning if I got the right answer, but I'm not even gonna question it, because last time I thought I got the wrong answer. Turns out I got the right answer on that and not the other one, so I'm just like not worrying about it anymore. But essentially I did that. So yeah, I should be fine now. I should get like decent grade. Should get decent score now overall. Then after that, I went to lunch with like 10 minutes left. I kind of just chilled with everyone. I feel like it's been so long since I've seen Prem. I feel like I haven't seen him on Friday. I didn't see him this weekend, right? And I didn't see him Monday. So we were like, oh my god, it's been so long. Like I forgot to tell him. My dad I was asking actually. He asked the other day like, oh, how's Prem doing? I'm like, oh, he's in FRC at FRC doing stuff. Gotta tell him that. But yeah, so it's just like I haven't seen him. But the funny thing is, I was talking while I was waiting for my test to Mr. Jamal, I overheard him talking to Kraus, and he basically said he asked like, "Oh, you got a multi-test?" He's like, "Yeah, it's pretty hard." And I was like, "Ooh!" And I went to Prem like, "What are you studying for multi-test?" I'm like, "Oh God." I told him, he's like, "Ah!" But he said he got a hundo, so we'll see about that. We'll see. Maybe Mr. Kraus was exaggerating, or maybe Prem's just really smart. Wonder which one. I wonder, but yeah. So I went to lunch, chilled. I really just chilled there, bro. Like, okay, here's the thing, right? I don't think I just questioned if I did create that stupid Minecraft server, what would I be doing? Because like I always try to avoid games. My friends were playing Hype MCCI. I avoided it so hard because I did not want to get sucked into the game. BRM5, I stopped playing it. What happened? I started a Minecraft server. A small one, 5 people. And so guess what's happening? I'm playing on it so much because I find it so fun. I love Minecraft. It's so fun to play. But what happens? It's taking away from my schoolwork. And okay, let me rephrase. It's not taking away from what needs to get done. It's taking away from what I need to do to prepare for the future. And that is honestly the painful part. Like, I'm like, okay, I did all my homework. I'm done. But that's not really the case. I need to go beyond. So that sucks. But yeah, honestly, tomorrow it's gonna be a test. It's gonna be a test. I'm gonna be like, no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna be like, no breaks, bro. No breaks at all. Like none. And if I want to take a break, like I gotta say no. When it turns out no, I gotta have self control. Yeah. So then then we went to math class. Math class was chill. He actually threw three. He actually threw. Yeah, he actually threw 3 students out of his class and like made them sit outside because they were just trolling so hard, bro. It was like Ash, Ohm, and Rishi, not Rishi Joshi. It was Rishi something, bro. They were like trolling so hard. So he just like because I could tell. I looked at the clock and then when he threw them out, it was 10 minutes left, and at the rate we were going, we were not going to finish going over the problems, and if we had any questions, ask him. And I could tell he wanted to get through the questions. He wanted to get through so that people could ask him questions and that he wouldn't have to leave anything to the non-existent answer here, right? So it was all strategical. I respect it because, like, he wants to help. He wants to make sure the majority of the class passes. Yeah. Then after that, I had the LA debate. We smoked them, okay? Smoked, okay? But at first it wasn't like that. So we did our opening statement. I was gonna say the thesis, but I'm like, I'm gonna say too much. So I'm like, Julia, do you want to say the thesis? Do you want to say oh my god, do you want to say the thesis? And she's like, sure. She says the thesis, or no, Nick says the thesis. I do the first point, Julia does the second point, Nick does the third point, and I do the conclusion. I low-key fumbled the conclusion because I didn't realize it was so similar to the third paragraph. So I started like, I didn't want to seem like we were repeating stuff, but at the end I could tell, oh wait, it was actually different. So I kind of made it sound unconvincing, and our conclusion was really good. Really good for that point. So yeah. when they started talking, I was low-key zoned out, but I'm like, oh, I gotta pay attention. And I'm like, and Mr. Mason was mouthing something to me. I don't know what he mouthed, but I was listening, and I can't believe I didn't think of this. I planned for 4 rebuttals. 4. 4 rebuttals. And I did not plan for racism. Of course they said racism. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Like, bro, I went, like, for the route of, oh, economic insurance, healthcare. No, racism. It's always racism, bro. Every group has done that. They all go that route because it's so easy to argue, bro. It's so easy. You say, look at statistics. These people are poor. Look at statistics. These people are not poor. Oh my God, racism. Wow. Like, but I was able to refute it. I was able to refute their claim. Not so efficiently, but somewhat. So, statistics are usually evidence, right? They're evidence. But here's the thing for them. Their statistics were lacking experimentation. My statistic of 97% of people escape poverty through the success sequence is a statistic proven by experimenting. Their statistic is just based off of census records that don't actually provide any context. Like, if I said 97% of people who use this escape poverty, like, what am I just saying that because no, there was it was experimental. But what they did is they just said pull records, done. What's the context behind those records? And essentially what I said, which is kind of bullcrap, but like I had to go with it. I said essentially that America is diverse. It is a melting pot. So it makes sense when you say that there's this percentage of people is poor, these percentage of people are poor, like, Latinos, black people, Asians, like, and white, are poor. I'm like, overall, even though that it was a little difference, I'm just saying, overall, that makes sense. America is a melting pot of all cultures, races, and ethnic backgrounds. So it makes sense that people below the poverty line would be of all races. I mean, I said, even though it's more than 50% white, right? I said, like United States, I said 43% of people below the poverty line are white, showing that it is proportional to the demographic in the United States. And, and all that, we were refuting, and they kind of went the route of, like healthcare, and like, people may have needs. Like their family member might have like a health condition, and I was like, they were like, but there's some jobs there aren't enough jobs, or there aren't jobs that will cover them, that they can't get those jobs, and then we briefly looked up, like this was not their rebuttal. I think this was their rebuttal, but we were, I don't know no, that was their claims, but then that was also part of the rebuttal. So we prepared. We Googled stuff. We were like, okay, what are we going to say? And we essentially said that there are many jobs that don't require health degrees, and not health degrees, degrees, college degrees. And what I said was that, well, okay, now why don't people follow the success sequence? Why don't they do that? And they were like, well, people do. People work hard, but they don't succeed because of racist backgrounds, whatever. And what I responded to that was, well, most people, the route people tend to go, or not, I didn't say the route people tend to go. I said, well, the success sequence only works if you go in a career path, not an independent contractor. And I said that because the independent contractors, and I got this from YouTube Short, by the way, awesome. They are not provided any healthcare benefits, not days off. They are working for themselves by themselves. So that's the reason why they don't have any of it, because they're not searching for it. If they need a specific job to meet their needs, they need to go out of their way. They need to search for it. They can't just be like, oh, I'm just like gonna work at an independent contractor. And Alex Rhodes said, well, then why is it that a majority of them, like 60% of people in poverty, or not 60%, but like more than that, work in these industries? And they're saying, are they all stupid? And I didn't say that, but I didn't say yes. But I'm like, well, and then I said, well, if the success sequence proves 97% of the time successful when you go into these fields, and they are choosing deliberately not to go into those fields and instead work an independent contractor, then isn't that their own choice? And then they were like, oh, well, sometimes you can, sometimes they don't. And we Googled it. There are like over 5,000 jobs in New Jersey that provide healthcare. Like that was one website. Like one Google search can get you there. And we were like, well, that's the reality. I don't know. And then here's what, and toward the end of the debate, we got to ask questions to the other side. This was rebuttal, but that was the rebuttal part. And then we asked questions, and it was rebuttal and questions were kind of the same, but whatever. The ending, they said, well, it shows that many people, in poverty are single mothers, single fathers, like single mothers. They said single fathers, but single mothers, implying single adulthood. They're, what do you call it? Oh, they have a mental, they have a disease or like whatever, and they can't work. And I told them, I was like, I really wanted to say it before the time ran out. There were 30 seconds left. Riti wanted to speak, but I kind of like cut her off. I could tell Mr. Mason was telling me to stop, but Alex actually said, let him speak. I'm like, okay, I got it. I said, well, being a single parent isn't a structure, a what do you call it? A social structure, a social barrier, like an economic barrier. That is a individual barrier. And I said, isn't the whole point of what we're arguing is that societal structures or boundaries or barriers rather than individual barriers are the reason why people are in poverty? It said behavior. I did not realize that, but you get the point. I basically said, you literally just proved my point. You literally just confirmed it that people are poor because they not choose to be, but because the set of circumstances that they choose for themselves are keeping them there. Or not necessarily choose, right? You can't choose to be sick, but you get the point. It's not the system's fault that you got sick. It's your own fault. Therefore, you're wrong, I'm right. They did say that we proved their point at some point, but no one caught it on the Google chat and no one said anything, so I'm guessing it wasn't really. I do feel bad a bit because it's not okay. One of them is special ed, right? And I feel a little bit bad going against a group that's not to our spectrumness. You got right? But essentially, we cooked them. At the end, I literally said, you just proved my point. What are we doing? So they honestly got fried. Apparently, Alex was gonna say something like he was gonna find a statistic, and I said, and honestly, if he said that statistic, I don't know how I would be able to respond to that strongly. I would kind of have to defer from it because I did not know how to respond to that statistic. It was actually a pretty good statistic, but time ran out. So Loki cooked. I did talk. Me and Andrew and Anushka were all talking loudly, so low-key, Mr. Mason had to give us the look, and that's definitely the -2 points. But we ball. On the bus, instead of watching Breaking Bad and sleeping, I'm going to be watching the health videos so I can pass the written exam. Bro, please, I need the written exam. I need an A in health. If I get a B in health, that's it. You get a B in health. Actually, so sad. If I ever be health, but whatever. Yeah, it's funny. Andrew said Patricia's asking if your friend me can send like the unit notes, and I'm like, nah, I'm lazy. Like literally, like straight up, I'm like, I told Andrew, nah, bro, I'm lazy, bro. Like, and I don't really know Patricia really. I mean, like she's new. I don't really know her. And if it was one document, I'd be like, yeah, of course. But I'm not sending 8 to 9 documents, bro. Copying it, sharing it. I'm not doing that, John. Like, that's way too much effort, okay? And I was coding and doing math at the time, so I was like, nah. He can send them. And we all have the same documents. I'm like, you can send them, bro. I'm not sending them. But, yeah, this is, like, way too lazy. But, yeah, again, tomorrow, I literally just can't. Here's the thing. I am going into spring break with the assumption I'm not going to play games to the extent I am now, which doesn't make sense. Why are you not doing work now? And yeah, right? Stupid. But essentially is right now is that I don't have self-control and I want to play in the moment, but I don't know how I'm going to react when I actually get to spring break. I'm hoping that the outcome will be that I study chemistry for the majority and I take notes. I'm able to finish the chemistry curriculum in like 4 days. So then the rest of the 5 days, the rest of the 5 days are like I can study AP Physics, which is actually going to be hard. Now, I am going to miss out. I'm not be able to play that much. People are going to be playing. I'm not going to be able to play that much. But essentially, I have to have that self-control and study. I said a while ago, nah, spring break is when I study. I'm like, now it's spring break. Gotta study. Yeah, appeal letter should come out within 2 weeks, bro. Oh my God, please. Like, I genuinely hope I get in, bro. 88% average. There's no way they deny that, right? And I would have gotten like a 92 average, but stupid homework. Whatever, bro. But yeah, so I came home then I had McCann's class. McCann's class always brightens my day. I don't know why, but I'm always energetic in his class, so I'm like very I'm too energetic. I'm like 10% over too energetic. But yeah, we were just coding and stuff. We were doing maps and I coded mine. It was easy. I coded while watching Cars 3, finished Cars series. Now I'm done with it. I'm moving on to other movies. Tomorrow I'm not going to though, because I gotta like actually work. Yeah, and I guess that's it, bro. I guess like, right. And I came home. I did math work. I actually understand it now. Oh my gosh, bro! I've been distributing exponents by accident when it's like in parentheses addition. Now I get it. What he was doing for like the quadratic formula and stuff. Like if he gave us like a pop quiz tomorrow, I could probably pull out with a 90 or something. Like, I honestly wish we didn't have. Let me take that back. I'm happy where we have spring break, but I am not happy that math is going to be cut off in the middle. Yeah, I mean, this was only day 1, bro. It's like, oh my gosh, guys, this is so easy. Easy 90. That's like the first page. Oh, second page, you're like, oh my gosh, it's kind of hard. Third page, oh, fried on the test, and this is day 1. But yeah, it's going to be the trig equations grind. I mean, realistically, if it takes me like an hour to write notes for each unit, and it takes me like maybe an hour and a half to do practice problems for each unit, I should be able to get through every single unit within 4 days. So, who knows, bro? I do, because I set that for myself. Like, you know what I mean. Yeah, but, so that was my daily update video number 80! 20 days to 100, bro. 20 days to 100. Actually crazy. Daily update video number 100 before GTA 6. Yo. Daily update video 365 before GTA 6 would be wild, bro. Whatever. Oh, everyone's forgotten about GTA 6. I feel like GTA 6 was they should not have released any trailers, bro. Like, it was the pinnacle of hype. Okay, I remember watching, like, the GTA 6 trailer when I was in, what is it? 10th grade or 9th grade. I'm like in 11th. Like we cannot be real. Like, it's been that long, but yeah. That was my daily update video number 80. I just hope I have self-control. At the end of the day, if I fail, it's because I'm going to look back on this and I'm going to be like, damn, bro, why didn't you study? Whatever. Yeah. Bye-bye, guys.